Good day and welcome to Haske Television News. I am Barry Cletus. Thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. Tinubu reappoints Eye as Lagos Neuropsychiatric Hospital MD. Federal government opens diplomatic talk with Burkina Faso over detained aircraft soldiers. US Congress advances bill to extend Africa trade deal for 3 years. Now the news in full. The commander of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Kingsley Chidibere Uwa, on Tuesday visited Chanchangi in Takum local government area of Taraba State in a confidence-building mission following recent attacks that claimed the lives of several farmers. According to the Acting Assistant Director, Army Public Relations Lieutenant Omar Muhammad, the visit carried out under Operation Zafin Wuta was aimed at restoring public trust, assessing the security situation, and strengthening the military's response to emerging threats in the area. The report. During the operation, Brigadier General Uwa led troops on a fighting patrol through identified flashpoints and key routes leading to farmlands. The patrol was intended to deter criminal elements and reassure residents of the Army's readiness to prevent further violence. The effort forms part of ongoing clearance operations aimed at stabilizing southern Taraba. At the Chanchangi Market Square, the commander met with displaced residents and farmers, many of whom expressed fears of returning to their abandoned homes and farms. They noted that although the farming season was productive, attack had forced the desertion of communities including Ayu, Doshima, New Boko, Adu, Chiopa, Piki, and Tiojandi. Moved by their concerns, the brigade commander directed troops to immediately provide adequate security to enable farmers safely harvest their crops. He also approved the extension of farm patrols to all affected communities before, during, and after the harvest season. Brigadier General Uwa urged troops to remain professional, vigilant, and respectful of human rights, stressing that sustained civil-military cooperation is vital to lasting peace in the area. Community leaders and displaced persons expressed gratitude for the intervention, saying the commander's visit has restored hope and encouraged many to consider returning to their farms. The Nigerian Army reiterated its commitment to protecting lives and livelihoods across Taraba State, assuring residents of continued efforts to ensure a secure environment for lawful activities. Barry Cletus, Haske News. According to the Acting Assistant Director, Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Umar Muhammad, as the Harmattan season settles across the region, farmlands in parts of Jalingo remain active with dry season farming activities. Many farmers continue to rely on irrigation to keep their crops flourishing despite the dry and dusty weather conditions that often hinder agricultural productivity. In an exclusive interview with our correspondent, farmer and philanthropist, Honorable Tanko Bobo, Andami underscored the importance of dry season farming, describing it as a lifeline for rural communities and a major contributor to food security in Taraba State. The report.
Honorable Tanko Bobo Andemi said dry season farming has become essential for stabilizing food supply in Taraba State. With climate change altering rainfall patterns, many communities now depend on irrigation-based farming to ensure crops are harvested all year round. This has not only reduced the pressure on the rainy season, but also created opportunities for increased income among small-scale farmers. However, the journey has not been without challenges. Honorable Andemi highlighted the rising cost of farm input such as fertilizer, fuel to pumping water, seed, and pesticide. He noted that many farmers struggle to break even due to fluctuating market prices, making it difficult to sustain large-scale production.
The first benefit is that he is certain that whatever he produces, he cultivates, whatever he transplants, he will yield it. Because you are not talking about there is going to be drought. You are not talking about other external factors that is going to affect your farm. All the factors, many of them, almost 90% are internal factors that are within your control. You control the water, you control the input, you control the width, you control the harvest, you control everything. The movement of the goods itself is easy in the dry season. Therefore, the benefits are many. And again, we still focus, we remain focused that this low in prices will not be sustained. Time is coming that the price will go up. We are not saying that it should go up beyond the common man, but let it be in such a way that the farmer can have a break even. He will be able to put in his investment and get something out of it.
He called on the government to roll out more intervention programs tailored to dry season farmers, including subsidized input, improved irrigation system, and access to low-interest loans. According to him, such interventions will not only boost production, but also encourage more youth to embrace agriculture rather than relying solely on white-collar job opportunities.
Center, the government in the state, and in fact, the call still remains that they should, if there is any intervention, let it be timely, because dry season is time-bound. If you are helping a farmer, help him at a time that he needs it, because if you help him when he don't need it, it will not serve the purpose of that assistance. There are a lot of interventions in the pipeline, and I don't know how long that pipe is, that up to now we are not seeing the light from the end of the pipe. They always say that there is going to be an intervention. We are working, working very hard, expecting the intervention to come, but we want them to hasten up so that the farmer will have this input and mobilize to the farm.
Farmers across Jalingo share similar sentiment. Many say that with proper government support, Taraba State has the potential to become one of the leading producers of vegetables in the region. Farida Haq, Haske News.
Thank you, Farida Haq, for that report. Now moving forward, President Bola Tinubu has reappointed Dr. Olubenga Owuyi as the substantive medical director of the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital of Yaba for another 4-year term. According to a statement by the Director of Administration of the hospital, Dr. Adeyinka Antwi, the appointment takes effect from June 1st, 2025. Owoye's first 4-year term ended May 31st, 2025, and he served in an acting capacity while awaiting approval for renewal from the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Owoye, who is currently the most senior consultant in the hospital with over 2 decades of service, graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, as a medical doctor in 1994. He qualified as a psychiatrist in 2003 and obtained his master's and PhD in clinical psychology from the University of Lagos in 2005 and 2009. In 2005 and 2009, respectively. The federal government is intensifying diplomatic efforts to secure the release of Nigerian soldiers and a C-130 military aircraft currently held in Burkina Faso. The soldiers and the aircraft, now on the 3rd day in detention, were seized by the Burkina Faso military government over alleged violation of the Sahel countries' airspace. On Wednesday, sources in the Nigerian military confirmed to one of our correspondents that soldiers and aircraft were still in detention and said the matter was now being handled by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Confirming the ministry's involvement, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Ibienfa, told one of our correspondents that the Nigerian embassy had initiated talk with the Burkina Faso government. The development was reported by the agency Information du Burkina Faso, the state-run news agency which published a statement from the Confederation of Sahel States. The Police Service Commission, in collaboration with the Nigerian Police Force, has announced the commencement of the recruitment of 50,000 police constables as approved by President Bola Tinubu. The recruitment processes, according to the PSC, is in line with the President's directive to strengthen community policing, improve internal security, and boost manpower within the police. On November 26, 2025, President Bola Tinubu declared a nationwide security emergency, ordering the Nigerian police and armed forces to recruit additional personnel to tackle rising insecurity across the country. In a statement by the head of protocol and public affairs, Toti Kalu, on Thursday, the Commission said the recruitment portal will be open to eligible Nigerians from December 15, 2025 to January 25, 2026. The statement partly read, The PSC, in collaboration with the NPF, is pleased to announce the commencement of recruitment of 50,000 police constables into the Nigerian police force as directed by President Bola Tinubu. Following this presidential directive aimed at strengthening community policing, enhancing internal security, and expanding the manpower base of the Nigerian police force, the Commission has approved the opening of the recruiting portal for applications from eligible Nigerians. For the General Duty Cadre, applicants are required to possess GCE, Ordinary Level, SSCE or NECO, or equivalent qualifications with at least 5 credits, including English language and mathematics, in no more than 2 sittings. The State Committee on Foreign Affairs on Thursday screened 2 former ministers, Femi Fani Kayode and Abdulrahman Dambazov, for ambassadorial appointment. Both nominees, who previously served as Ministers of Aviation and Minister of Interior respectively, had earlier undergone full Senate screening during their ministerial confirmation in past administrations. After brief introductions, former ministers, ambassadors, and lawmakers were asked to take a bow and live in line with Senate tradition, and citing their earlier clearance by the Senate and their extensive public service experience. Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele defended the continued use of the take a bow and go procedure for certain nominees, saying it is reserved for individuals with established and verifiable records of public service. Bamidele explained that anyone who has previously served in the National Assembly automatically qualifies for the privilege. Super Eagles and Galatasaray forward Victor Osimhen has been crowned a Gentleman Quarterly Sportsman of the Year in Turkey. The 26-year-old striker received the award at a black tie ceremony held in Istanbul on Wednesday. The accolade, organized annually by the Turkish edition of GQ magazine, a leading international men's fashion and lifestyle publication, recognizes outstanding achievers across various fields, including sports, music, and film. Since his arrival, the 26-year-old has become a beloved figure among Galatasaray supporters, playing a decisive role in the club's domestic dominance. In his debut campaign, Osimhen earned the honor for his remarkable contributions to Galatasaray last season, scoring 37 goals and providing 7 assists in 41 appearances to help the club secure both the Super League and Turkish Cup titles. His performance also prompted Galatasaray to break their Turkish transfer record of £75 million to sign him permanently from Napoli. Despite being slowed by injuries this season, Osimhen has continued his impressive form this season, netting 11 goals in 14 matches across competitions. The United States Congress has advanced a bill that seeks to revive the African Growth and Opportunity Act, which expired on September 30th this year. The Extension Act was introduced by Jason Smith, a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, who proposed a 3-year renewal until December 31st, 2028. The extension permits retroactive duty-free treatment on imports from eligible African countries from the expiration date. This means importers can claim refunds for duties they have paid in the interval for qualifying goods. On Wednesday, the U.S. House Committee on Ways and Means passed the Extension Act by a vote of 37-3, showing strong bipartisan support from full House consideration. Our committee statement described the trade initiative as the cornerstone of economic relations between the U.S. and sub-Saharan African nations. Lawmakers aim to include the bill in a continuing resolution for federal funding past January 2026 amid intensified lobbying by African governments and U.S. industry groups. That's the news on Haske Television. I am Berry Cletus. On behalf of the production crew, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day and stay informed.